Daryl Dixon official trailer, Comic-Con 2023. Still, the most boring name of all time. I wish they named it something else. I'm gonna stop and start. We're not doing a raw reaction here. Can we please talk about... I hate this trend so much. You know how they do a trailer before the trailer? It's like, trailer starts now. I know why they do it. They do it because, like, trailers back in the day, some trailers kept you asking, like, what you're even watching, right? If the IP wasn't known, sometimes you wouldn't even know what kind of trailer you're watching. So now they just tell you literally what you're watching. You're just like, you're watching Daryl Dixon, get excited. All right, now let's get into it. I think that's why they do it. It's just like a double hype thing. Oh my god, it's true. He actually gets there by boat. I love this song. That was a smart walker right there, right? This is a smart walker. You know how I said Dead City is Dying Light? This is Dying Light the following. This is the DLC. Oh my god. Okay. Also, to everyone who keeps going on about guns, they put guns back in the show. My brain hurts. But what I got very excited about is the fact that they're speaking French. And that's not just because I took 3 years of French. That is because I actually like when series don't try to do weird stuff and they just literally allow people to speak a different language. But I feel like a lot of people just didn't like reading subtitles, whereas now I think it's a bit more normalized. I'm always like, use 7 different languages in your show if you want to. I honestly don't care. It kind of even helps pay attention. What was that? They brought it back. Oh my god, you haven't seen the retrospective yet. Let me spoil this for you. Do you know what that is? This is the... Wait, is that? Yeah, it's a Morning Star. Should I even talk about it? A Morning Star is a stupid weapon that no one ever used. A Morning Star is not a good weapon. It's literally not a good weapon. It's made up in fantasy most of the time. Like, it was used by farmers who couldn't produce weapons. This is the only people who ever used Morning Stars. It's a bad weapon, like flails, not Morning Stars. I ran about it in The Walking Dead, in the retrospective actual proper one. That looked cool. What the hell was that? Are they having parties again? I love the flintlocks. Okay, September 10th. Okay. I mean, this is a flashback to pre-apocalypse, right? Because we saw like a metro or something here. Where was it? There's a lot of stuff to talk about in this trailer. I'll talk about it in a second. Hold on, let me find the metro. There's definitely a shot of a metro here somewhere. There's a lot of really cool shots in this one, I'll give them that. There's a lot of very cinematic shots, I like that. Yeah, what is this? This looks very sus. There we go. This is definitely a flashback, right? So this is like day 1 of the apocalypse or something. Which, like, by the way, again, like, oh my god. Look at how many guns there are in this. It's not just flintlocks, okay? Like, if we talk about, like, muskets and stuff, okay, sure. But one of them just had a rifle. And we are talking about Europe, where guns per capita are so much lower. They just forgot about them in the main show. It makes me so mad. Like, look at this. Look at this. So this is like a community of sorts, right? So this isn't the church. This looks like something else. Right here. So this looks like a different community. Okay. 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 Number 1. The boat. Like, let's be honest. He doesn't sail across the ocean on this boat. Like, let's be honest, right? It's gotta be some sort of, like, he takes a ship or something like that. But, like, it doesn't matter. Because it's still dumb. Like, that's the thing. Like, he might as well sail on this boat, because even if he gets a ship, I still think it's kind of silly. Like, do you know how much fuel ships use? And do you know that fuel expires? And do you know that they actually address it in the show? So The Walking Dead doesn't have magical fuel. Daryl used to make his own fuel for his bike. So if he takes a ship, unless it's a sail ship, like a sailboat, but that would take weeks. So if he sails across the ocean and then is marooned on a little boat, I wanna I wanna see how they do it. I wanna see how they do it. I think it's probably going to be a case of like, yeah, they take some sort of sailboat and halfway Daryl does something and is thrown off the boat and somehow makes it to land, which is silly. Maybe he found a nuclear submarine? Probably. Probably. I wouldn't even be surprised. But okay, like, let's be honest, who cares? He's in France now. Like, literally, who cares? Sure, why not? Like, this looks like... This whole... I don't know. Because the whole church looks interesting, right? But it feels like a manufactured story of that. I can't even put my finger on it.
He's ready.
Is the kid immune? Is that what this is? Is the kid some sort of hope for a cure or something?
To lead the revival of humanity.
I think that's what this is. I think he's either immune or something like that. Because look at this. This scene of him being surrounded by walkers and him just starting to pray. I don't know if that's The Walking Dead being The Walking Dead or it's something... I don't know. I'm gonna watch this, obviously. It looks interesting. It looks different, you know? But it feels kinda goofy. Which is the same thing I've been saying ever since Season 10, probably. It feels like a story, you know? Which is a weird thing to say. Like, this shot looks really freaking cool. And the shot of the Eiffel Tower also looks badass. This. But it feels too manufactured for me. Like, even just Daryl being here in the first place is like... Everything here feels like a story, and not an experience, you know? It's a weird thing to say, but... It is what it is. Like, with Rick, it felt like we were following a survivor. With Daryl, it feels like we're following a story, you know? I don't know. I'm just done with the main series characters at this point. I think if, like, you know, I'm always open to this stuff. If it's really good, sure, why not? But they really need to convince me why people are leaving everything they fought for, you know? Like, what was the point of establishing the Commonwealth? What was the point of fighting for all they did if we're just gonna go off in search of fairy tales, you know? What? Sure, finding Rick, okay, but he's been gone for a decade. You're gonna sail to France to find him, you know? I need that explained, because on paper that sounds goofy. We are in a zombie apocalypse. Like, you don't sail to France. Because the thing is, like, this has already been renewed, which, by the way, Dead City Season 2 is already confirmed as well, obviously. But Daryl Dixon Season 2 is already being filmed, or I think they filmed both of them at once. So, the thing is, this will not be a conclusive story. We know this for a fact. Like, nothing ends in Season 1. So, prepare for another 2-season type of deal. At least. At least. I guess I'm excited for this. We'll see what happens. Again, it feels like Daryl is a protagonist, you know, and I mean the show is titled after him, so there's really no real danger. These two will obviously make it out, you know, unless they do some sort of, but I don't think they will. Unless they do the whole, like, Daryl also loses him along the way, and that's sort of a darker story. But it feels like The Walking Dead has really shied away from a lot of that. Like, I don't think we're basically going to see a dark twist, is what I'm saying. This feels like a Last of Us without the tragedy, if that makes sense. This is just going to be Daryl leading another kid to somewhere. If it looks interesting, if it's visually interesting, I'll watch it, we'll see what it is. But if I were to give a number rating on the Koroto hype scale, I would say for Daryl Dixon, it is like a 7 out of 10. Like, just above average. A bit more because it's intelligent walkers, and as I've ranted many times before, I hate intelligent walkers, like, across the board. I do not like them. I think that is literally giving up the only, like, sort of creative advantage that The Walking Dead had, was that its rules were set in stone. They were always the same. There is no cure, the walkers are slow, and we all know how it works, you know? And we move on from there. So, now we are sort of moving away from both of those, which I don't like, but okay. The main series is over, I don't even care. If it's very interesting, I'll give it a shot. That's what I'll say. The reason I haven't finished Dead City is because it just spits in the face of the conclusion of Season 11 of The Walking Dead. I mean, I think the finale of Season 11 already sort of... If we look at Kirkman's story, and then look at the end of Season 11, it is the complete antithesis of what we were doing. The whole point of The Walking Dead was to build a safe haven for their families, not go off in search of a miracle on the other side of the world, of a person who disappeared in an explosion a decade ago. It feels silly. If the main characters never die, there's no stakes. I mean, yeah, and the show is titled after Daryl, so he's safe, like, by default. And, like, this is AMC. There is absolutely no way in hell that Daryl is getting hurt in any significant way. If Carol was still there, that kid would definitely be dead. Does he know? Funny you mentioned that. Funny you mentioned that. I just hope it's a short show because because why would he just leave his family? Because The Walking Dead, everyone left their family, including Michonne, including everyone else, including Maggie. Everyone just leaves their families. It's just like, it is what it is. Those are my thoughts on the Daryl Dixon show, I guess. Let's watch the one which, oh my god. I see the name of it and I already feel angry. Hold on. Let's watch this. The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. I don't mean to get negative right away, but you have no idea how much I hate that saying. You know why? Because it's the antithesis of The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead doesn't have "we are the ones who live." I talk about this again in the retrospective, those videos aren't still out. You know what would happen if Kirkman included a line like that? They'd die in 3 issues. If a character were to say, "we're the ones who live," they're dead. Simple as that. Like, you don't say stuff like that. Is that it? Coming 2024? Okay, I guess that's it. Let me look at the, so Michonne has no scenes. Michonne just walks up to the camera, which is cool, I guess. This honestly does feel reminiscent of The Walking Dead. Like this, Rick just walking through smoke in a single light with just like nothing around him. This does feel reminiscent of like season 5 teaser shots. So this, very good, very good. Why does this look so odd? Let me think. What? Also, hold on. Who's that? Oh my god, no. Oh, no. Oh no. You know who that is? I don't even remember his name. That's the problem. I was so invested in this show that I don't even remember his name. As you can see, I am pretty sure that is him. I am pretty sure you are supposed to know that person. That is a person from the critically acclaimed show, The Walking Dead World Beyond. It's gotta be him. There's no shot it's someone else. I mean, the axe scene looks like he's chopping off his arm. Yes. Look at this. Like, his hand is literally in front of him, and then he does a thing going downwards, and he doesn't move his left arm. Okay. Okay. I mean, no release date. But I guess that's it. I mean, this is definitely Silas, right? 100%. It's also the most replayed. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, like, people are looking at this. Oh. Yeah. Okay, so this is the goofy scene of her riding into a horde. And these are CRM soldiers. Okay. Okay. Aside from... I mean, they didn't show us anything, so maybe this is that. And maybe this is just me seeing Rick and Michonne, and I'm just like, yes. Aside from the goofy title, The Ones Who Live, which I hate. I hate that a lot. I think this is good. I think that... No mention of your kids, by the way, Michonne. Good job. Look, we've got more important things to worry about. We've got to save Rick, okay? Look at this dude. He's struggling. He's a fellow struggler. Which, by the way, yeah, he's got the CRM jacket. This is definitely Silas. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to watch World Beyond again. All right, let me do some napkin math real quick. Hold on. Let's see if I can figure this out real quick. Think it's going to be Daryl Dixon going into Fear the Walking Dead, and then if Fear the Walking Dead wraps up, then we're into November, which is like when you wouldn't normally air a big series just because like interest is down. If I had to guess, the Rick and Michonne show is probably coming February, is my guess. Which, I mean, I guess makes sense. I'm excited for these shows, but I'm not terribly excited. I don't have a lot of high hopes. I hope they can surprise me. I think my keyboard's bugging out again. Yes, it is. I can't wait for the classic, oh my god, I can't believe Rick and Michonne missed each other by a fraction. They were so close to reuniting like 2 episodes before the finale. If they do that, I'll be so mad. Like, honestly, what I want them to do, this is my headcanon for what they should do. This is completely spitballing, so this is not thought out at all. I want, like, one episode to tell us what happened. You know? I think with Michonne, it's relatively straightforward. She just went off to search for him, right? There, they can obviously talk about, like, whatever she got up to, but if they don't want to, that's fine. It depends on how much room they want to allocate to that story. Because this is AMC, probably a lot. But, I want an episode to catch us up on what Rick has been up to, and then I want some sort of breakout episode where their stories converge, and then I want most of the season to be about them already being reunited and doing something together. I don't want this constant tease of them missing each other, and then, oh my god, we're gonna reunite in episode 6, and then we get split up, and that's the season finale. I really, really, really don't want that. I want the story to actually be about the both of them fighting through something together. Because if it's not, then it kind of loses its purpose for me. So, is 6 episodes the norm now? I think 6 episodes is the norm for pilots, right? For, like, pilot seasons. The Walking Dead was 6 episodes. Fear the Walking Dead was also 6 episodes. I think all of AMC shows the first seasons are 6 episodes usually. I think it's just a way of playing it safe, mostly.